this episode, I interview a famous, yes, you heard right, famous author who used to be a Buddhist nun. How cool is that? We talk about the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit issue and our self-esteem. It is inspiring, it's motivating, and I think it'll make you feel good about yourself. So, our first guest is the lovely Paldrom. Say hi.
Hi.
And Paldrom is an author, she is a therapist, she's a speaker, and she's pretty fantastic. And she writes a ton of wonderful, inspiring things. And you focus a lot on intimacy and couples and connecting, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. She's really good. She inspires me.
Yeah.
How do they feel? How do women feel about something, such as this?
Well, I think you know about it. Women look at this and they look and they say, I don't look like that. That's a bummer. I need to look like that. Rather than looking at this picture and saying, wow, that is a beautiful woman. That's a beautiful form. Think of the Grecian statues. This is a beautiful piece of expression of our humanity. And I'm a beautiful piece of expression of humanity. I
love that! I am a beautiful piece of expression of humanity. That is me. Is that what you said?
That's right.
You sure? Okay.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
just like snowflakes, every snowflake is completely different. But each snowflake is a crystalline structure with intricate beauty, and that's true of you, and that's true of me, and that's true of each one of us. And if we try to make ourselves into this piece of beauty, well, we just lose ourselves. What I'm sure of is that as we really own our own beauty, that radiates out, and that's incredibly attractive. And what I know is that our partners are attracted by that because they want us.
So how can we use this magazine and the energy we get from that to increase the own intimacy in our own relationships?
So
I have a question too.
That's right. So you ask your guy, what do you want? And so if your guy is being aroused by this sexual energy and the pictures here, and that's getting him excited, there's nothing wrong with your guy being excited. You want that.
It happens. It happens.
Well, no, and that's a wonderful thing.
Right, you want that.
You absolutely want that.
Okay.
So encourage him to use that sexual energy and bring that to you. But in this case, we want to connect it in with the love that he has for you. And that
so
creates,
nice.
And that creates intimacy.
I love it.
So then you don't have date moment, date minute. You could have a longer.
Ooh.
Oh,
We have a true date night.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason we call it making love. It's not just a getting off kind of thing. We have a date making love, where you come together with, and it starts with a sexual connection, but when you bring the love into it, we connect like that. Wow, I mean that's where the fireworks come in.
This is some good stuff. Fireworks. We all want fireworks. How do you feel about date night?
I love date minute too. Anything that we can do in our lives that brings us into the current moment, that's actually the place where we live. That's where all the juice is. So
I knew I was onto something. So I appreciate the beauty in all this, and I totally get what you're saying. However, when I look at a couple of these pictures, what I see is that they don't eat. I think they might eat a rice cake for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. What about that?
Well,
I don't think they eat.
Well, if they
You
don't,
can't be that skinny and eat.
if they don't eat, that's a problem because, right?
Right.
We would hope that people would feed themselves and love themselves enough.
Right, because that's not natural. We're
Right.
looking at this and appreciating the beauty. But if you don't eat and you starve yourself as a model, that's just
right.
not a natural beauty, not a thing that young people, I think, should look at and be like, oh, that's beautiful, because it's not natural.
Well, that's right, but that's the place where we go back to the problem of comparison. So if we let this be as it is and don't fight against it,
Right.
and let ourselves
They don't want to eat, that's their problem.
Well, we don't have power over that. Not that we're going to endorse it, because we don't, right? And I don't want that for myself. I wouldn't want that for my children.
No, because I want a donut.
Right.
Donuts
no
are good.
kidding. Yeah.
I want a donut.
I want more than a rice cake myself.
I want a couple donuts.
Yeah, I kind of like rice cakes, but
I want the donut.
I want a whole lot of rice cakes. So, in the moving away from the comparison, if that's not what we strive for, if we let it be what it is over there and not strive to make ourselves that, then that's how we that's how we keep ourselves from falling into that trap.
Okay, and then go out and eat a donut. We all have our imperfections and our insecurities. And I know for me, because I've been told I'm unique and kind of out there, kind of insane, I like that part of me. And when you own that uniqueness, kind of what you were talking about, you bring that inner energy and that beauty out when you own who you are and what you're about and feel comfortable in that. Am I right?
Well, that's attractive, and that makes everyone
attractive.
Oh, yes, of course you are, and that makes everyone else around you comfortable because you're feeling comfortable with yourself. That radiates. That has its own power. Then sit and look at your own beauty. Really get in touch with your own beauty. Then that's what will radiate out, and that will change everything.
And she's right. We are all beautiful.
Promise.
We are all beautiful in our own way. I know you are. I know I am. And I know you are.
Well, thank you.